So this is the first example of how we're going to break down a sentence using what we call the form and structure classes. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at a sentence and we're going to break it down two ways. One in its phrases, and then once we break it down into phrases, we're going to break it down further into the individual form and structure classes. So this is the first one on our worksheet. And I thought I would just do a couple examples to help you out. So if I read this one, which reads, upon the sensation of an autumnal breeze across her back, Colin felt disappointed with his cheap Snuggie. All right, let's work our way through this. So I'm going to use my color orange. I'm going to break things down into phrases, and there are three types of phrases. I don't know if I can write up here or not, but I can. Look at that. There are noun phrases, there are verb phrases, and there are prep phrases. And prepositional phrases are the easiest ones to find because they have to start with a prep, and then they have to end on a noun. So I'm going to find all of my prepositional phrases first. So when I read this, I'm going to break down, that's a really bad slanted line, upon the sensation. I've not done this in a while. And here's another prep phrase, of an autumnal breeze. And then across her back is another prep phrase. And then I can see this one over here, which is with his cheap Snuggie. I know those are prep phrases because they start with prepositions, in this case, upon or of or across and with, and they end on nouns. So along the top, I'm going to label those as prep phrases, PP, over and over again. What that means then, after I find all my prepositional phrases, there should only be noun phrases and verb phrases left over. It's the only option I have. So I'm going to separate my nouns from my verbs, and that makes it pretty easy to figure out which one I'm dealing with. So here's Colin, but here's felt. And so felt is a verb, so I'm going to separate those two. So Colin's going to be a noun phrase. Even though he's only one word, we still call him a noun phrase. And then felt disappointed must be my verb phrase because it has a verb felt, also has a verb disappointed. After that, I'll change my color up just for fun. I'm going to begin labeling all the parts underneath this. So I'm going to do my prep phrases first because they're the easiest. So I'm going to label all my preps as P if you're okay with that. So of is also a prep, across is a prep, and with is a prep. I'm also going to label all my nouns as N. And so a prepositional phrase will always end on a noun. So sensation's a noun, breeze is a noun, back is a noun, Snuggie is a noun. In between there, change up my color, in between there, I should have maybe adjectives or determiners. So the is a determiner. If I can go back and check my list of notes and realize that the is a determiner, an is a determiner, but autumnal is an adjective. Anything which is possessive, in this case his, is a determiner. His is a determiner, but cheap is an adjective. Well, then after that, I've labeled all my prepositional phrases. I should have things which are left over, which are probably going to be nouns and verbs. And Colin is a noun. Felt is a verb. It's the past tense of feel. And disappointed is a verb. And that's how I break down the sentence in phrases as well as into form and structure classes. I'm going to start another video and do one more example for those who wanted another example.